I'm Pirates Insider Jake Ignaszewski here with defensive back Cheatham Norrils after the Pirates fall to the Duke City Gladiators 51-43. So, Cheatham, let's start off with the positive here. Wide receiver Dello Davis, the Gladiators wide receiver, you guys held him to only 35 yards. And Coach Kaiser mentioned at the start of this week that he was the guy that you guys were keying in on as defense. So, what made you guys so effective in stopping Dello Davis tonight?
I mean, it's one of the positives, but I think overall we was just trying to make sure that I think we take pride in defense and not giving up just about anything. So, yeah, he was one of their main guys, but other guys came in and made some plays. But overall, I feel like we did do a good job on him. He did make one play at the end, but overall, like I said, we're just trying to make sure we stop and we gave up more than we normally do. So just trying to go into the next weekend, put us stuff together that we did do positive.
And speaking a little bit more on the positive, you got 2 picks in this game, so what made you so effective being able to see what the quarterback was doing and getting in the right position to make those picks?
After the first half, I think we got a little feel on how the game was going. At least personally for myself, I didn't feel like I made the plays that I should have, but come back in, coach put us in position to make the plays. They didn't really show anything that was overwhelming that we didn't prepare for, so that's why it was a little bit more frustrating. But again, being confident in myself after some of the plays I did give up, at least on my personal level, that I thought I shouldn't have, and bouncing back and putting our team in a position to make some plays. I mean, 2 put us in a position to win, so those 2 picks helped, but obviously it didn't do enough.
And we saw Coach Kaiser, he mentioned that you guys need to do a better job of not allowing teams to creep back in the second half. So what do you think the defense needs to do going into next week to improve upon that?
I mentioned it last time we had talked. I think we haven't put a full game together, which is it's good and it's scary because, I mean, we got a couple more games, like 5 games left, but I think going into later that we got to look ourselves in the mirror and see what we need to work on and do better. That's from top to bottom. Every position, even through the coaching staff, everybody just take a good look in the mirror for ourselves for doing that. We've done that too many times. I feel like we are a good team, but on paper, yeah, it says we're good, but some of the plays we left out there, that's not what a good team has characteristics of. So we got to learn to finish games or put them out early. I ain't gonna say we started slow, but we didn't start how we wanted to, including myself. So I think we need to find ways to keep our momentum going and finish in full games.
And speaking on, not allowing teams to creep back in, what do you think is the biggest takeaway from this game, and what do you think the team needs to improve on going into next week?
Again, just going back and looking at film and what could we do better. It was a lot of mistakes I think we all had, but again, it's a tough pill to swallow when you have up 2 possessions and stuff like that going on, even going into early in the game, penalties, just negatives. We got to cut that out, like on and off the field, things that's going to hurt us. So again, just going back, got a long trip back home, sit on it. I mean, we flush it now, but again, we got to go back and watch film and move on to the next game and try to see what plays we can make for there and put together a whole win.
Definitely a tough pill to swallow, and the Pirates will look to bounce back next week at the DCU Center against the Green Bay Blizzard. See you then.